Right. Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So let's go ahead and jump on into a collective message. I hope you guys have been having the most lovely end of November. Today, of course, is our last day in November. So we're ready to start gearing up and having some fun with our giveaways. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, storytelling winners, I should say, for the Advent calendar. Check out the day's topic videos. I will be posting 2 today. So we'll start our first group of winners. So anyway, you still have time to enter. Just check out the today's topic videos. Here we go. What have we got here? We are starting out with the 8 of Pentacles as well as the 4 of Swords. For this particular storyline, somebody's been working really hard on healing, and they may have been doing everything from like being more physically active as just a way to like blow off extra steam. They could have been chiseling away trying to understand either another person or trying to just, imagine something else for their life and really working toward a different kind of a goal. But this was all part of them, I'm going to say, getting perspective on their life and saying, I really want the chaos to settle, and I want to look toward my future, and I want things to be different, feel different. I do think somebody has taken good care of themselves as they've been working on healing. It was very intentional thing. Okay, the only thing here is I want to pause before I say anything, because that looks like somebody is trying very hard to hold on to another person. Like, I can feel you cutting yourself free, and I'm reaching up to grab you in my talons again. I can't help but think we have someone, by the way, there could be somebody who like wears a uniform. This looks like a pilot's outfit or something in aviation. And it's like, I want to go ahead and not let somebody get over me. I'd like to hold on to them. We have the wolf. He's not talking, right? His little lips are zipped. But on the other hand, I would definitely argue this is the individual who is hoping that somebody never gets over them. They use silence, I think, to fight. It's weird to think somebody is saying, I don't want to let you go. I feel you cutting me loose, and I don't want to let you go. But I also am trying to hold on to you. I don't want to say anything. I feel like silence was used as a punishment. So this could be like somebody with the 5 of Swords here, somebody who, fights and argues by not saying a thing, which leaves everything, left unspoken, ununderstood. we're making up words today. And we got this little Page of Pentacles, but she's walking an alligator. This doesn't feel like nice dialogue. This feels like they're hoping somebody who's almost over them is actually going to reach out. They're not going to reach out, but they almost are like, any day now. So it feels like somebody who created, or maybe not created, but participated in an argument, sitting there in silence, but not wanting this to be over, being like, any day now I'm going to hear from the very same person who's trying to, I'm going to say she, because we keep seeing this feminine cat. Maybe that's somebody's name, like a cat, Catherine, Kathy. But we have or feline, maybe Fiona, maybe, I don't know, somebody who has a name that also, maybe somebody's a cat named that name. But we're going to say that we have a feminine here who's been working very hard to get over this wolf. And the wolf seems to feel that she's getting over them. And although he's not saying anything, he's just convinced. My God, 6 of Pentacles. He's convinced that at a certain time, just like if you put a coin in, this little toys slot, then they start to, create activity again. He feels like if I put in minimal effort at all, I'll hear from her. This feels very arrogant. Now, wait a second. Do you want to be done with her? Or are you thinking any day now she's going to reach out and all I have to do is think about her, that's me putting in my effort, and then she immediately reacts and responds to me. We've got the Temperance sideways. If he thinks that, he is wrong at this point. If he believes that he can put in minimal effort and get reaction out of her, that's not the way that's going to go, at least not this time. This time is going to be very different. I say that because this is not some energy balance that he thinks it is. She's been working on really freeing herself. Hang on. Do you want her stuck on you? We have a King of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. And then, look, we've got the Death card here as well. But it's sideways. It feels like he's playing games. I said, do you want her to be like over you, or do you want to hang on to her? Or what's the deal? And it's like, someday I actually want to be with her, but I want to play right now. So I go ahead and I string somebody along, but I like knowing that they still think of me. Maybe he has this illusion that he's a King of Wands when in fact he's a Knight of Wands. Why do you see yourself as a King of Wands in regards to her? And we have the Moon, again with the wolf here, howling, missing her, wanting her, never really saying how he feels. I don't know if in his mind this is all a big game. I mean, because we had like that little, arcade monkey, or basically, it's like you put a little penny on the slot, and then, a little monkey plays its little symbols or something. It almost feels like this is all some big weird game where he's like, oh yeah, we act like we're not caring about each other, but really she's always going to be mine someday. That's how this feels like. They're totally taking a relationship, one that they actually want, but it's the most weird, I would say like immature, insane perspective, almost like it's this fun game to like keep this secret that I want to be with her, she wants to be with me, someday we'll be together, but we'll play these little games with each other. I'll go off and run around, and then someday though, of course we'll end up together. Like no matter what, it'll always still be us. I don't think that that's the case at all. I can't pretend that I understand this, other than this person has, like, they actually want her, but not in a straightforward manner. They want a weird, like, to believe that somewhere on earth there's this person who will always love him, will always want to be with him. And it's almost like his insurance policy for way later on in life when he's done playing games. Yeah, 3 of Wands. Someday in the future. And he knows that there's something special about this year, because we have that, the serpent, almost like he's going, it's like clockwork. She'll be reaching out to me soon. But what I don't think he realizes is, I think what's about to happen is her energy is just going to be gone in like a puff of smoke. I don't see her holding on to him. I think what he's unaware of is that she's letting him go. Can we look at her? Tell me more about who she is. She's come across, cats are pretty independent. She came across as a cat twice. We have the World card. She could be a Capricorn. This is definitely somebody ready for a brand new beginning. She's not playing. We have an 8 of Swords. She's sitting here meditating over, yes, she was stuck on him. She absolutely has been. We have a 5 of Wands. She's been trying to figure everything out. She's been trying to sort out what on earth is the situation. How is it that we're stuck, or I've been stuck on this thought process? What does this mean? She's argued with herself. She's thought long and hard about this. And with the Judgment card, this is her making peace with this, and I think letting it go. I do not see her holding on to him anymore. I think by the end of this year, she's going to be over this completely. Let me just double check. She wants to be over this. She wants to be unstuck. We see her. The whole thing has been the same message. God, she's going to suddenly be over this. It's going to be like, wow, I spent all this time, and then suddenly like that, done, free, clear. There is one little thought with that Knight of Swords. She could be saying, I mean, unless he suddenly comes in, she doesn't believe that he's going to. And with that Ace of Swords in the reverse, she's like, there won't ever be any truth. The reason this has been confusing for her is because I'm going to guess that she knew that he wanted her. Yet why would you behave in such a bizarre way? If you want me, how do you sit in silence, stay away from me? And it's like she's always known, I can feel like he thinks he's going to end up with me. But where is the bond? Where is the relationship? I think that was just like mind-boggling to her, because I'm guessing that there had to have been some kind of a, like, an awareness that, yes, I know that we have a connection. I even know that he wants to be with me. So what is he doing? I don't get it. For her to be so stuck and to be thinking about this, incessantly, and then finally just making peace with something maybe she'll never be able to comprehend so she can let it go. That seems to be what the message is. I mean, we started out with her focusing on healing, really working on healing, even trying to figure out why would somebody operate that way. Maybe he just wants to be big dog. Maybe he wants to be somebody who feels like, I'm so, it's like when somebody feels like they're so famous, it doesn't matter what they do, they can get away with anything and their fans won't ever leave them. Or somebody who's like, oh, I don't have to work hard. Are you kidding me? I got them wrapped around my finger. I don't have to do anything. I'm impervious. I can't get fired, or, that person won't ever stop wanting me. Doesn't matter what I do. That seems to be this weird arrogance. And yet they don't seem to know that they're operating that way. This seems to be what she's been wrapping her head around, is the confusion of, I don't get what he's doing, why it feels like he wants to be with me, but he's not here. So what is the point in having a relationship with somebody who wants to be with you but isn't here, but thinks that you're going to be theirs later? And I think this is her letting this go now. I don't think that even if he came in now, I think it's actually already too late. Even though she's at the tail end of her healing from this and releasing it, I still think it's already too late for them to show back up. Any other message for her and just like what she's looking toward? 8 of Wands, Hanged Man. She is looking forward to the day where this is more like totally behind her, moving onward from this weird Hanged Man's energy, where it's like, I can't be stuck because there's somebody who's stuck. I don't know that she'll ever wrap her head around why they were what they were, because we don't see them over here saying, oh, I've been growing, I've been developing. We only see them saying, oh, she's not going anywhere, I still want her. By the way, we have this UFO out here, so I don't know if she's like a unique and difficult to understand mystery to him as well. You know what I would actually suggest in this, and I'm going mainly off of the wolf who zipped his lips shut on purpose. It's like he resents the fact that he wants her because this is unusual for him. Maybe this is somebody who typically doesn't open up, typically isn't very warm or very loving, but then fell for her, and it's like annoying to him. Like, I don't get why I feel these feels for her. This is frustrating. I don't want to be beholden to anyone. I don't want someone. And yet he does want her. That could maybe be part of this, part of the confusion on all of this, like it doesn't make sense even to him, but there it is. Maybe that's the other reason. It's like, I don't get why he stays away but wants her. Can I see one last message here about him on that moon card? It's the big secret. I know she wants me. I want her. Page of Swords. I spy on her. Do you think she spies on you? The World. I don't think that's necessarily what he's assuming. It's just he spends an awful lot of time spying. I know this isn't a card of spying, but just because the eyeball is right there, I'm going to say he spent a lot of time spying on her, and this is him spying. And then this is him saying, I've just seen some changes, and, I know that it's about time to come together. This is like in the next 3 months, or sometimes I look at this as 3 days to 3 months. He could be on the cusp of trying to reach out, trying to get back into her life, thinking, I'm about to. We have a King of Swords sideways. I definitely feel like he is going to suddenly reach out. He's like on the cusp of it all the time. Maybe I will before the end of the year. I kind of, it's about time now. This weird game, though, can I just ask, universe, what's the universe's perspective? Why this game? The universe says it's exactly what it has been, is a weird chess game with the Chariot here. The only thing is, you look at things that are important like a game, and here's the thing, you're about to win. You stayed silent longer than she did. You kept saying, oh, any moment she'll reach out to me. It's always this pattern. And I think he was in like this bizarre silent standoff, thinking she was playing some weird game also. But finally it's like, okay, it's been a really long time. If I don't hear from her, then I'll go ahead and reach out by the end of the year. The thing is, instead, she's free of this. This was an ugly game to play. It is what I think. I mean, the one divine message here is like, the real divine message is, don't ever play games with people that you want. There is no, you're not supposed to check and checkmate the person that you're in love with. So it's, the game stops now. 7 is a divine number. The Chariot says she moves on. She needed to get out of this spiral. And we have the World card again. So 3 times with the World. This time her moving forward so she can meet somebody that she'll actually marry. Talk about an awesome card as far as it being Year of the Snake. And we see the serpent making that full circle. This is the shedding of an old skin, shedding of an old life. I think, honestly, this message was maybe more about her learning how to let go of him. Did he get a message or a lesson out of this? Empress and Page of Cups. When you meet an Empress, don't think that you play games with them. Don't think that you can operate as a page, because an Empress will turn the page and move on if you can't match her energy. They loved her, they wanted her, but they played some weird silent game. I don't know what else to say about this. It's a very, like, I can't pretend that I understand this person's, behavior on this. It's just what it is. He played a silent game. Who can hold out the longest? And he believed she was doing the same thing, but it was never a game. That is unfortunate on his part. That's the lesson that he had to learn. But he sat there and waited and waited and waited, so sure she was going to reach out any day. But then it was finally like, okay, fine. If she's not going to reach out this time, now it's my turn to reach out. But I think this has been after silence that was like really, really prolonged. Like, I don't know if this has been like a weird 7-year extravaganza or what, but this feels like a long time of just wasted silence. Well, he's in this storyline, he's losing that partnership. So, all right, I'm going to leave this here. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I so appreciate you guys. Take care. Bye for right now.